right. Okay, getting situated here, getting things set for tonight's live stream. Hello, 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 everyone out there. All right. There's as good a time as any to get going into it. And maybe, I was aiming for a 10:30 start time. It's now 10:40, so I didn't actually do bad at all. Let me... Yeah, I can go ahead and kill this music. There we go. Oh, that was rather abrupt. Oh, I see. I didn't have the right setting there. There's like a little setting in StreamYard that you can like turn down the music or fade it out slowly, and I didn't have that checked. Anyway, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me tonight, whether it's live, lurking, or on replay. And right off the bat, I see Killer Rabbit from space. Hello. Thanks for joining me tonight. Yes, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Yeah, that does help. Let's see, getting my desk cleared off here. So yeah, there I was doing some past live streams on nostalgia and comic books from my youth. And then I remembered, hey, I've got a great deal of trading cards as well. I might want to do something with trading cards. Ack. Let me see here. I can get my camera. There it is. There's my camera. All right. So chances are, if you've been in a comic book store 30, 40 years ago, you probably have binders full of trading cards as well. And I've got like Marvel Series 1, Marvel Series 2, Marvel's Masterpieces. I've got binder after binder of trading cards. I'm not going to share them all tonight. I'm just going to go over Marvel Series 1 because I started thinking if I'm looking through my comic books, trying to figure out which ones I need to go through and re-sleeve, re-bag, and board out of some poly sleeves, poly bags and boards, and into some Mylar bags and boards. I might need to look at my trading cards as well because these are ultra blah, blah, blah. I can speak. It's just been a long day. Ultra Pro Platinum sleeves with a little hologram here. I have no idea how long these are supposed to last, but figure after 30 32 years, 33 years, I might need to change these out and get some more Ultra Pro Platinums. I mean, these could be, I don't know, good for another 30, 40 years, but I don't want to take the chance with some of these cards. Hey. Hello, Comic Relief Crusader. Very cool. Seeing you in the chat here. Insomnia Engage. Yes, weaponizing my insomnia. And hello, Melted Copper. Yes, I actually do have Marvel Masterworks. As I reach back down to... I mean, I don't know the do's or don'ts of trading card storage, but I've got Marvel Series 1, 2, Masterworks. Yeah, I've got I got a little bit of everything here. Marvel, I've got some Valiant. Yeah, Series 2 and 3, I've got those. I've got some old Valiant cards, I think. Now, for a time in the early 90s, I was also collecting fantasy artwork like Boris Vallejo and Ken Kelly. I was not big into Frazetta. I mean, I didn't mind Frazetta. It's like I was more of a Boris Vallejo fan, but that's neither here nor there. That is a. We'll save that for a topic for another stream. Ack, as I fumble the ball here. Let's see. This is 1990 Marvel Entertainment Group. I like the little tags, the little boxes that they have on here. Like, did you know? Did you know Captain America was frozen on a block of ice in the Arctic for over a decade before the superhero team known as the Avengers rescued him? That's like, if I can get close to my camera here. Focus, focus. It freaks, my camera's freaking out, but yeah, it's like that little block right there saying, "Oh, did you know? Did you know Captain America was frozen in a block of ice?" So yeah, that is neat. They have wins, losses, and ties on here, like sports stats or something. It's funny. Battles fought 2,433, wins 1,889, losses 347, ties 197. That's just funny. Yeah, let's see. Series upgrade and series 3 step down. Yeah, yeah. I kind of remember that. This is like the first time in about 10, 15 years since I've looked at these cards. They have been sitting in a binder on a bookshelf for so very long. And I thought, well, since I'm doing nostalgia streams on occasion, I might as well do a nostalgia stream on Marvel Series 1. If my camera can get that. Spider Man Black Symbiote variation. Of course, being in and out of comic book stores in the late 80s and early 90s certainly made it easy to start collecting all these. Having a job in a comic book store was, ooh, that was dangerous. Like, paycheck? What paycheck? I'm buying Marvel cards and comic books. Come on. I've got my priorities as a young 20 something with disposable income. I don't know if my camera can get it, but the pages do look a little grungy. I honestly don't know. Before I started this stream, I was trying to look up information on the Ultra Pro Platinum pages here, and I really couldn't find any information about them. It's like I don't know how long they last, if you're supposed to change them out. Oh, checking out the chat here. Melted Copper saying, I'm convinced artist hated drawing the Spidey webs, thus the black costume was made. There's lots of reasons behind the black costume. Going way back to the Secret Wars. Okay, yeah. You can probably tell that sleeve. It's probably time to change these out after 30 years. I don't know. It could still be good. It's just I might need to go ahead and just be safe and swap these out with new ones once I get new ones. So I'm just going through the chore of pulling the cards. This always reminds me of a show and tell, like when you were in grade school and you took something to class like show and tell, like hi, I'm Timmy and this is my comic book collection. Wolverine, real name Logan, group affiliation X-Men, height 5'3", weight 195 pounds. Did you know Wolverine possesses a built-in healing factor that allows him to recover from even the most severe wounds in an amazingly short time? No, did not know that. Absolutely no clue. Yeah, I really like the artwork on the cards. Yeah, these are pretty neat. I mean, Marvel had a series 1, 2, and 3. Then they had the Masterworks cards. Come on, camera, focus. There we go. Phoenix, Rachel Summers, group affiliation Excalibur. Phoenix is from an alternate future timeline in which mutants like herself have been ruthlessly eradicated by the robotic Sentinels. And Power Man. Real name unknown. Goes by the name Luke Cage. Yeah. Hero for hire. Dazzler. So this brings back tons of memories. There I was hanging out at the comic book store, local hometown, small town Texas, hanging out with friends, chatting, shooting a breeze. Some of us would pull our money and buy a box, maybe 2 boxes, and then just bust them open, get all the card packs, start tearing into the card packs, and just seeing how many sets we could get. Oh man, those were the days. Wow. I don't know if my mic is picking it up or not, but it is starting to rain where I am, and there is actual thunder. Ooh, rumbling thunder. So I don't know. I don't know how long I will be doing this stream. It's like when there's thunder and lightning, I tend to want to like shut down my computer and all my electronics and make sure everything's unplugged. Like if you've ever had a computer fried by strike of lightning, it's no fun. It's like, oh, okay, well, there went my dial-up modem. Way back when there were dial-up modems, yes, before broadband or Wi-Fi. Storm. Shadow Cat. That was the comic book store. Did you have? Don't know. This was late 80s, early 90s. I want to say 91, 92, when I was working in a comic book store in my small hometown. Uh, we didn't have anybody like Jay and Silent Bob. It was just like a bunch of us at the time. Had nothing better to do but hang out in the comic book store. Loved these cards, yeah. The Moon Knight we should have gotten, but didn't. All right, so it's a gentle rain now. There doesn't seem to be very much lightning or thunder now, so maybe the rough stuff will pass me by and I won't be worried about lightning and thunder and all that. I can tell that these sleeves are getting kind of Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Peter Parker is 5'10", 165 pounds. That's neat. And another Spider-Man. Okay, I don't remember enough about these cards. I'm seeing like doubles, but they are actual. Okay, card number 29, card number 30. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Okay, I guess just variations in the suit. So that's neat. So I carefully handle these cards. Well, I say carefully handle them. I'm not like a super collector. Otherwise, I'd be wearing like cotton gloves and treating these like they're fragile or whatever. And here I am just handling them back and forth, yanking them out of the card pages. No, I don't own anything that's encased in a hard plastic shell. I don't have anything, no comic books that are graded and slabbed. Ooh, there's Doctor Strange. No, I'm of the come on, camera, focus. It's a shiny card, but you can focus. You can do it. Okay, that's too strange for you, camera. No focus. Okay. Now, I think comic books should be read and enjoyed. If it's encased in plastic, you can't read it and enjoy it. Havoc. Colossus. And there's that. Colossus is 7 foot 5 inches, 500 pounds. First appearance was Giant Size X-Men #1, May 1975. Very cool. Yep, another variation of Wolverine. Nightcrawler. She-Hulk. 6 foot 7 inches, weight 650 pounds. Yeah, don't believe that will translate well in any TV show, because they can't have a comic book accurate character. They have to, of course, do what they do to characters on TV adaptations. Rogue. Rogue, who is flying. So we know this happens after she meets somebody else and absorbs their power. Iron Man. Sue Storm, Invisible Woman. Punisher. Long Shot. I remember Long Shot. I have that 6-issue mini-series for Long Shot. Back of the card says, Long Shot is a synthetic humanoid created to serve as a slave in the entertainment industry of Mojo, an extra-dimensional tyrant. But Longshot escaped and now uses the abilities Mojo gave him to combat his former master. He has the unpredictable power of fabulous luck, combined with his amazing agility. His power allows him to perform acrobatic stunts considered impossible. So that's Long Shot. I don't really remember that much about that particular character. I don't think he was ever utilized that much. Beast. Another Punisher. How's everybody doing out there? Storm. Checking out the chat. Love these cards. Yep. Cosmic Powers Spider-Man was during Acts of Vengeance. I don't know if I remember that. So I was big in comic books in the 80s and 90s, and then at some point in the mid 90s, I kind of got out of collecting them, because when you graduate high school, then you put yourself through college, because you got to do something with your life. You can't be a bum after high school. Got to go to college to make something of yourself. So after all that, I kind of got out of collecting comic books. All these cards stayed in these pages and binders. Then I moved from one part of Texas to another part of Texas. They stayed in binders on bookshelves, and they were in boxes. Moving boxes, moving from one place to the next. Loki. There's Loki. Height 6 foot 4 inches. Weight 525 pounds. Woof. Okay. So this is the first time in 30-something years I've handled these cards. Juggernaut. Real name, Kane Marco. Height, 6 foot 10 inches. Weight, 900 pounds. Nightmare. Sabertooth. Electro. Not the Electro we got in the Sony Spider-Man movies. I don't think I've even seen that Spider-Man movie that had Electro in it. Dr. Octopus. Dr. Doom. Ultron. I had even forgotten how many cards were in this set until I started flipping through the pages going, well, this is a lot of cards. I was expecting something like, oh, there's like 90 cards in Marvel Series 1, but no. There's like 160 something. Mr. Sinister. Was that Electro and his dumb mask, or his character like the Mysterio fishbowl? Electro, yeah. Yeah, sometimes their costumes didn't quite work. Let me go back a few to Electro, wherever Electro was. Oh, there he is. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, it's like he's Electro. Oh, look at him. Lightning bolts. Bzz. In case you are ever wondered, gee, what are his abilities? What are his powers? I can't quite figure it out. The costume kind of like screams it. So 82, 83, 84. No, 63, 64, and then 65. Like I'm blind. Little itty bitty text. Sandman. Now I'm looking through all these, and I'm finding myself thinking there are a lot of characters that just haven't been utilized in live action, but then with the current state of things, they wouldn't be utilized well. They would be killed off quickly, and their characters wouldn't have been done. The characters would not be done. Would not have any justice done to them. Dormammu. So yeah, this is Dormammu in the comic books. Not like we got in the Doctor Strange movie. Or I guess they just showed his head, I guess. The leader. He was like a yeah, Hulk. He's a Hulk villain. Exposure to gamma radiation gave the leader his phenomenal intellect and a cranium to match. To the point of just being ridiculous. Yeah, Sam Stearns, the leader, Hulk villain. Yeah, Samuel Stearns. 5'10", weight 140 pounds. That seems a bit off. Got the Blob. Black Cat. Oh, yes, here we go. Venom. When Venom came out, everybody was just going crazy about this character. He came out, he did his stuff, then they kind of reformed him to a anti-hero. I don't know what you'd call it. They gave him his own little mini series, comic books, and now he's got movies and whatnot. Green Goblin. Galactus, which they'll probably never get right in any movie. Let's see, what's this? Eddie brought before Carnage and 10 other knockoffs were made. Yeah, I have not kept up with that in so long. I just recently kind of read up a little bit on the Spider-Verse characters, and it's just gotten kind of insane. Like the Venom, the Carnage, and all the other symbiote related characters. And then there's like a planet of the symbiotes, a symbiote god. And I mean, that's crazy. And then they talk about their superpowers and whatnot. And it's like, how massively overpowered can you make a character? Okay. The Mandarin from the comic books, but not the Mandarin we got in the Iron Man movies. They kind of like teased him, but no, we will never get a proper Mandarin. Mephisto. Oh, yeah. Green Goblins before 5 other knockoffs. Yeah. Now, could Mystique act like a symbiote? Well, if she could change her shape, form, and mass, she could, I guess, imitate a symbiote. But now that they've gone back and retconned her powers from shape shifting to gene shifting, she'd probably be able to just become a symbiote. I think they tried to slide the Mandarin in Shang-Chi and no one watched. Yeah, I never watched that movie. I lost interest in it completely. I mean, I lost interest in Marvel way before that movie even came out, and it was like, yep, I see what they're doing with Shang-Chi. Now, pass, hard pass. Mm-hmm. Ghost Rider, 1990. Oh, Rookies. These are rookie cards. Isn't that great? So you had your established heroes, then your villains, and now we're getting into the rookie cards. Back when Ghost Rider was considered a rookie. uh, yes, yes, melted copper. Danny Ketch. That's it exactly. After finding a mysterious motorcycle in a cemetery, teenager Danny Ketch gained the power to transform himself into Ghost Rider, a flaming skeletal being of great strength and even greater purpose. Ooh. In his fiery new identity, he and the living spirit of vengeance, his sole reason for being is to punish those who would harm the innocent. He's easily the hottest new hero of 1990. Yeah. So now, 34 years ago, Ghost Rider was a rookie. How about that? Yeah, Johnny Blaze is the OG. Now, of all the variations on Ghost Rider, I was watching that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show, and it was like Deathlock. What was it? Season 3 that they introduced their version of Ghost Rider or Ghost Driver. Ooh, Guardians of the Galaxy. I was actually prepared to strongly dislike Ghost Driver, but I actually didn't mind that character. I thought he was kind of neat, and I thought they did a pretty good job of introducing Ghost Driver and kind of alluding that he ran into Johnny Blaze and kind of transformed or transferred some of his powers to. I can't even think of the character's name now. Nomad. Nomad is Jack Monroe. First appearance, Captain America number 282, June 1983. I kind of remember that. I had forgotten all about Nomad and whatnot. Yeah, the Ghost Driver in his car from. That's it. That's it. Robbie Reyes. They had Robbie Reyes' character in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., a show that didn't. I didn't particularly care for it, but I didn't hate it. It was like it was just there. Famous battles. The Thing versus Hulk. Look at that. And it's got a nice blurb on there. I'm not going to bore you guys reading it. Famous battles. Fantastic Four versus Galactus. That's pretty neat. Someday we will have a decent Fantastic Four movie. I may be old and retired and drawing Social Security by that time, but someday we may actually get Fantastic Four done right. That and Fantastic Four versus Doctor Doom. A real Doctor Doom. Let's see. The best Hulk punching the Thing never gets old. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know anything about it, but wouldn't be surprised if it kind of ended in a draw. Because I think I remember seeing an interview with Stan Lee when he was around saying, when you have heroes fighting heroes, it should always end in a draw. Heck. Famous battles. Thor versus Surtur. Right on. Black suited Spider-Man versus Kraven the Hunter. Okay. Regular suited Spider-Man versus Doc Octopus. Famous battles. Daredevil blah, 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 blah. Daredevil versus Bullseye. That's cool. Yes. The near death of Kraven. Yeah. That's when Stacy dies. Okay. That has been so long, I don't even remember the particulars of it, but I do remember at one point, Kraven. I'm trying to remember going by memory. Wasn't there something where Kraven was dying, and just before he died, he wanted to have one last battle with Spider-Man, and not only did he beat Spider-Man, but he buried him alive. I could be wrong about that because that has been, like I said, probably 30 years. Oh, Captain America versus Red Skull. That's neat. That has been some time. Oh. Famous battles. Dark Phoenix Saga. Yes, we will never get a live action adaptation of Dark Phoenix that will do that storyline justice. Ah. Yep, then Craven chooses to leave Earth. Oh, okay. I did not know that. Yeah, because in comic books you never really kill anyone. They just go away and then they come back. X-Men versus the Avengers. That's cool. Eck. Oops. X-Men versus Magneto. Classic X-Men villain. X-Men versus Fantastic Four. I think it was X-Men versus everybody at one point, wasn't there? I don't know. Fall of the Mutants. We got an old lineup right here that even has Havoc and in the background, Long Shot, it looks like. Evolutionary War. Oh. Craven clear as day dies. Like they wouldn't put that in a comic book now. And why is he getting a hero film is hilarious. Yeah. I mean, what they're doing with the live action movies is hit and miss at this point. Anyone in Sony or Disney Marvel, I'm really beginning to wonder if anybody there has even read a comic book aside from like the Cliff Notes version of these comic books. If they really have a good understanding of the storyline, let alone the characters. Ah, in the chat, hello, Mikey. They tried Dark Phoenix with X Men Live. Yeah, I've done that a couple of times. I have not really enjoyed any X-Men movie aside from the first one. Maybe what was it? The first one with the younger cast. What was that called? Days of Future Past with a new with what's his name as Professor X. Famous battles. Atlantis attacks. Acts of Vengeance. Come on, camera. Focus. There we go. What's this? Making Spidey villains heroes, or they just didn't suck. What I want. Spidey punching heroes. Yeah. I mean, well, a good example here is Spider-Man versus Venom, because Venom was a villain, and then he became an anti-hero, and then he kind of became his own hero, I guess. It's like I haven't really kept up with it, and it seems. Oh, X-Men First Class. Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of that I kind of liked. Yeah, that had the really great Quicksilver rescue scene. That's what I was talking about. Acts of Vengeance. Yeah, yeah. Yep, that's it. James McAvoy. I seem to remember enjoying First Class a lot better than Days of Future Past. Beyond that and the first X-Men movie, I haven't really particularly enjoyed what they have out there. Nick Fury versus Hydra. Oh, look at this. Iron Man Armor Wars. Yeah, we won't get this in live action unless it's a TV show. And if you think about what it takes to adapt comic books to live action, there's only so much you can cram into a 2-hour movie. I've always thought that the best way to go about doing live action is just have a good weekly TV series. Daredevil versus Wolverine. Oh yeah, Daredevil versus Punisher. We did get this done pretty well in Netflix Daredevil TV show. Those were some awesome TV shows before they went to Marvel. Spider-Man versus Green Goblin. And as I'm fumbling with the cards here, I see Melted Copper saying Iron Man died too quick. At least Batman can fight all of his rogues. Yeah. Spider-Man versus Hobgoblin. Yeah, I remember in some of the comic book storylines, Tony Stark, Iron Man, they made him a pretty complex character. He had a lot of stuff going on there. Ooh, Hulk versus Wolverine. Hulk versus Spider-Man. Ooh, run, Spidey, run. Don't let him catch you. Let's see, what's this? The multiverse is planning to bring the MCU and DCEU together, but because of the past writer's strike, the collab may not. Yeah, 2030. If any of us are even around at that point. Silver Surfer versus Thanos. That's something. Yeah, it's just like I have no idea what any of these writers would be able to accomplish. X-Men versus Freedom Force. Now that I don't remember. I can't recall that at all. Melted Copper saying Hobgoblin in the 90s during Inferno was inhabited by a demon that later separated, and thus Demo Goblin was a new goblin with a monster. Oh, that sounds downright dreadful. Like, the more I hear about the stuff going on in the mid to late 90s, kind of makes me glad I got out of comic books at that period of time, because some of it just sounds really convoluted. Wolverine versus Sabretooth. X-Men in the Savage Land. Mikey's saying, nope. Melted Copper saying Freedom Force was Blob, Mystique, and Pyro working for the government. Okay. Ooh, Iron Man versus Titanium Man. Let's see. They have done some animated. Yeah, I kind of seem to remember that. I don't think I've watched them. Oh, if they're on YouTube, then I may make some time. I may make some time to check them out if they're on YouTube. Thor versus Loki. Not done badly. Okay. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, as long as they're animated, you can get away with uh, just about anything. First, Kree Skrull War. Okay, so the Kree versus the Skrull. Then this is, these are covers. MVC, Most Valuable Comics. We've got Fantastic Four, #1. Look at that. Yes, Incredible Hulk number 180 and 181. Wolverine's first appearance. Yep. Oh, check that guy out. X-Men #1. The strangest superheroes of all. And then Amazing Fantasy. Spider-Man. The Punisher, first issue of a unlimited series. Has these like point blank range with a big bazooka. Oops. Journey into Mystery. As I squint to read the fine text here, introducing the mighty Thor. Dun dun dun. I remember that book. The Amazing Spider-Man, what does that say? Number 150 something? I can't make that out. I know. Number 129, February 1974. I've seen this one, but I don't actually own it. That was a good one to have if you like the Punisher. And then the Avengers. Oh, look at that. How Iron Man, the Hulk, and Thor, how they all used to look. Oh, what's this? After Professor Xavier died in the film Logan, who else would begin a new class of mutants? I have not kept up with that. I have not seen anything about that. I don't know. Well, sometimes I even wonder if the studios even know what they're doing. I mean, I don't think there's been any solid news out there about casting. As if they do any kind of reboot, they're probably just going to start all over again and have yet somebody else come in and portray Professor Xavier, somebody younger for the role. Ooh, that's a cool one. Because I think what their plans are with Deadpool 3 is like a soft reboot. Ooh, giant size X-Men. That's cool. Melted Copper saying YouTube still pretends Iron Man has some Z-lister, but he's on the covers. Yeah, he wasn't like he Iron Man wasn't like a lister or B lister, but he wasn't like top tier superhero, but he wasn't at the bottom either. He was somewhere in the middle. But what they did with him in Marvel Phase MCU Phase One was pure genius. They took like a C-lister hero and made him a big deal. That and the sheer charisma of Robert Downey Jr. I mean, I could not imagine anybody coming in and portraying Tony Stark Iron Man like Robert Downey Jr. did. Oh, look at that. Wolverine #1. When was this? September 1982. Marvel Comics Limited Series Wolverine. Let's see. Keeping up with the chat here. Deadpool 3 is bringing back Logan, is what I know. So yeah, it's going to be Logan and possibly uh, who knows how many variations of Deadpool, because there are uh, production photos out there. Ooh, what is this? The Incredible Hulk and Wolverine. Yeah, this is number 181 right there. Oh, and Blade may even appear. It's no telling. I don't know. It's Ryan Reynolds has total control. Oh, I hope he has total control. Oh, check that out. Tales of Suspense, Iron Man. Yeah, I don't know. Deadpool 3 is like a wait and see for me. It's like I have no expectations. So I'll just wait and see what they do with it. We have absolutely no idea what the MCU is going to do with their movie plans. They're what are they on now? Phase 4, phase 5, phase whatever, and it's failed miserably. Team pictures, Fantastic Four. Very cool. Mikey says Ryan has mentioned he wants to keep the R rating. Yeah, they would have to keep it R rating just simply because it's Deadpool. You cannot have a PG-13 Deadpool. Team pictures now. X-Men. Oh, look at that. They got Jubilee in there and Havoc. That's neat. Currently, you could call it Phase 4A or Phase 4B. I stopped caring after Endgame because Endgame really was an ending for the MCU. After that, you could kind of tell they did not have a direction. They did not have any idea of what to do next. Ooh, Cloak and Dagger. I know there is a live action Cloak and Dagger TV show, but I've only watched maybe 2 episodes of it before I gave up on it. I have no idea if the live action Cloak and Dagger TV show is any good or not. I just remember it was kind of loosely tied to some other teenage superhero Marvel TV show that I couldn't get into. New Mutants. Yeah, yeah. Uh, Avengers Endgame was the final solution. Well, on all of the Avengers as group films, including yeah. There's X Factor. No, it's unfortunate because what made villains great in the comic books were that they were recurring villains. If you introduce a villain and keep them around for a bit and then kill them off, it's like, well, you go on to the next villain. And then you keep them around for a bit and then kill them off. And you just rinse, repeat, spin, rinse, repeat, spin. Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. It's like when you keep going through villains, like Ultron, you introduce Ultron, you make him a big deal, and then you get rid of him. Like, oh, no more Ultron. No more Thanos unless we do timey-wimey multiverse crap and bring back a variation of Thanos or a variation of Ultron. Alpha Flight. Let's see. Melt Copper. Punisher always killing his rogues, explaining how his books never last. Yeah. Well, he is kind of a vigilante, and he kind of has that thing for extreme justice and whatnot. Ultimately, Sabretooth outlived Wolverine. No, yeah. Huh. Yep. Well, I didn't mind the Logan movie too much. I just wanted to see more of what happens between the first movie, X-Men movie, and then Logan. There's a whole lot of stories to tell there. Yes, yes. No, I actually agree with you with that. Thomas Jane, I kind of liked his take on the Punisher. He was pretty good. He wasn't as angsty as that fella who played it on the Netflix Punisher show. Good actor from The Walking Dead, but yeah, his take on the Punisher was really angsty, really heavy in the drama. Need to adjust my microphone here. There we go. There is a YouTube short movie called Punisher Dirty Laundry. It's out there on YouTube. Has Thomas Jane's Punisher on it. It is an excellent, excellent Punisher fan film or short. And I do believe I'm getting to the end of these guys. Spider-Man presents Punisher. Oh, hey, hey. Dad Man Walking. Hello. Thank you for joining me tonight. I've been going down Nostalgia Avenue here, going through Marvel Series 1 cards. Spider-Man presents Magneto. So I am getting to the end of Marvel Series 1 here as I pull them out of these old card pages. And I will purchase some new card pages. What I like about Ultra Pros is they advertise that they're acid free and archival. I could never find anything on how long they last. I mean, if you're into comic books and you know the difference between a poly bag and a mylar bag, and why you should never use poly bags. Oh, look at this. Stan the Man. Mr. Marvel. Come on, camera. Focus. 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 No? You won't focus. Okay. Anyway, Stan the Man, when he was around, I think he kept things on track for the MCU. I mean, he was the final say on, I think, a lot of stuff, so they had to bounce ideas off of him before they ran with it. Oh, and then the checklist. Let's see, 162 cards. Oop. Plus the holograms. Yeah, I've got holograms here. I've got 4 of the 5. Oh, I don't have. Let's see. I've got Cosmic Spider-Man, Magneto, Wolverine, and Spider-Man versus Green Goblin. I do not have the Silver Surfer hologram. Okay. Oh, goodness. I do not have a complete set. Oh, gasp. Gasp. Okay. Let me see if I can safely remove these cards, these holograms. Oops. There we go. First time in 30-something years that these holograms have been removed from any kind of protective sleeve. Actually, I think I may just leave these in the sleeves. That way, when I get new pages, I can just transfer them to the new pages there. All right. And in Cosmic Spider-Man goes. So super shiny, super reflective. There's Magneto. There's Wolverine. There is Spider-Man versus Green Goblin. And that is that. I got to carefully set these aside. Look at that. So there we were. If you were around in the 90s and you were collecting Marvel cards, you were probably doing the same thing with your friends, going to your local comic book store, buying packs and packs of Marvel cards and just ripping them open, going through them, going, oh, I got a number 1 or I got a number 16, whatnot. Or you might have even gone in with some friends and gotten like a box or two, and you just started going through the boxes of cards, making your own sets. So I'm going to set these. I'm going to set these aside in a safe place until I can get new card pages to store them all in. All right. Putting them up high. There we go. All right. And these hologram cards, I'm just going to put back in my binder here. Yeah, nothing fancy. Just a plain old 3-ring binder. I don't want the holograms facing the binder themselves. Okay. I would do a separate stream maybe for these later on. These are, what are these? Marvel 1991. These must be Series 2. They don't quite look the same. So there's Marvel Series 2. Series 2. What do I have here? I don't know what I have here. These are 1992. This must be Marvel Series 3. Yeah, they look much better. Going from Series 2 to Series 3, the artwork looks much better. Let's see. To keep the Series 1 holograms safe, I'm going to sandwich them between Series 2 and 3. There we go. I got that. So I got these things here to kind of keep the sleeves kind of centered in the binder so they don't bind up, because you can damage some cards like that. And let's see, where am I? That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I was going to do for tonight's nostalgia stream. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I mean, I've been collecting off and on for some time. Keep them open like that so there'll be something nice and neat to look at. Thank you. It's like I said, it's been ages since I've even like flipped open the binder here and looked through. Let's see. 91. So this is 33 years. How long have I been rambling on here? An hour and 16 minutes. This is a good point to wrap it up for tonight. So yeah, this was yet another in my nostalgia series of going over stuff from my youth. There we go, right there. And then I will go there. That's good. Oof. I tell you, that really brings back a lot of memories. Just the good old days of hanging out at the comic book store, hanging out with friends I haven't seen in ages. Some of them, unfortunately, are no longer with us. But that's what happens. Sometimes you get older and your friends get older as well. And you just look back at things like that and have happy memories. Happy memories to go on, a little bit of nostalgia, taking a trip down memory lane. Yep, those were the days. So there it was, just flipping through those, doing all that. Hope you guys enjoyed me sharing that with you guys. Let's see. I thought about sharing something else, but no, I'll save that for another time. What time is it? It is. Okay. I've done a pretty good job here. I'm pushing almost midnight my time, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there. Oh, melted copper. Let people know ahead of time if you're going through the Masterwork series. Yeah. I will plan that out more. I may like go from series 1 to the Masterworks. I don't know if I'll like do a separate stream for each of the Marvel series. I haven't really decided yet. But I don't even know what I'll do for my next nostalgia related live stream. I try to space these out like once every 2 or 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks. So I'll figure that out next month, maybe. So with that, I'm going to leave y'all with that. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Let me quickly shout out each and every one of you that joined me tonight. I had Killer Rabbit from Space, Comic Relief Crusader, very cool. Melted Copper. Let's see, scrolling. Melted Copper, Killer Rabbit, Comic Relief Crusader. Mikey, thank you for joining me. Very cool. Scrolling down. Dad Man Walking. Hello. Thank you for popping in and saying hi. I appreciate that. Okay, I believe I've mentioned everybody that has joined me in the chat. Thank you all. Thank you for catching me live, or even if you're just out there lurking, listening to me ramble on like this, or even catching me on a replay. I do appreciate it. Like, subscribe, and all that jazz. Until next time, take care, everybody. Later.